I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips and tricks with the world. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
President.
Christopher. Happy birthday to you.
And see you all next week. Well, that was the dulcet tones of Io there.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't feel a day over 41. I'm 42. It's terrible. Being in your 40s is awful.
Is it?
Are you happy?
I don't know anything
I'll
about
probably be
that.
dead before you reach. Well, what do you think about getting older? Do you think it's a good thing? Do I look 42?
No.
Oh.
No, you're looking about
41.
34.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on getting older?
I think you get wiser.
This is what it is. In fact, I'm extremely wise.
No, you're not.
I'm going grey. I'm going grey. No, I'm not. I've got a white bit in my beard here. Got a white bit in my beard, which I quite like, this little white bit. I feel a bit like Cruella de Vil with a bit of white.
What is that?
So what are you going to buy me for my birthday? Because I'm still waiting for my gift.
A cushion.
A cushion?
A butt cushion.
Again?
Again.
Do you know, I still have that cushion.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
cushion is in the car here. It's travelled Europe with us.
Since you liked it so much the last
It's
time,
really
why
comfy.
change it?
If you get a second one, you can make a double-decker
Well,
cushion.
what would you like?
I'd still like my 40th birthday party would be nice, because it was in lockdown.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think
we
we
need
need
to
to have a
organise.
party. We should organise that. Yeah,
A
write down your diaries.
a big 40s party.
That'd
Even
be
my cousin,
great.
she was 50, and she couldn't have a party either because in lockdown. It's terrible. Hey, so let's stop talking about me being old and let's see what's next.
Just a bit of advert.
Don't forget to follow all our social media accounts. Mondays, we have Business English. Tuesdays, English Uncovered. That's the podcast. Wednesdays, Say It Right. Thursdays, Fun Facts. Fridays, The Penis on the Table. Yes, it is. Saturdays, Sing It Right. And on Sundays, Everyday English. You can find all the links in the description.
She likes to go line dancing 5 days a week. She danced so much she had to get to your knees. Her cheese and onion pie is the very best. Or try her baked tart and forget the rest. La 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 la, her name is Pat. La 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 la, her name is Pat.
Hello, Pat. Just having a swig of your Prosecco there. Don't choke. We're live. Okay, so Pat, a question. In your opinion, is the UK racist or not? Bit of a deep, hard topic today.
I think
bit serious.
I actually think quite a few people are.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, they'll say they're not, but they'll say, "Oh no, well I'm not," but we shouldn't be having them over here, and all these refugees, we can't look after our own, and they'll say.
But it's true they can't look after their own, but that's their fault. It's not because of refugees coming into the country.
No, well.
No, what I'm saying is they use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
So we can't look after our own.
Yeah.
Well, because the government doesn't do it,
well,
not because
that's right.
refugees are coming.
No,
Yeah.
and they don't mind. Like they say, they don't mind them, but then
If you say you don't mind, it's already being a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they used to say when I was growing up, when like the Windrush generation when they came.
The who?
They called it the Windrush generation.
Wind as in.
I think so. Windrush. I mean, I've heard of it more. I was at the time.
Never heard
I'd
of
be
it.
about 4 because it was in the 50s. It was in the 50s, and they asked
Before I was born.
Yeah, well, and
So
I
I'm a
was
spring
only
chicken.
and I was only a kid, and they asked for people from Africa, etc., to come over because we needed them for jobs over here. And I've seen like newsreels of them coming over, and I can remember like when I was growing up and like people saying, "Oh well, I don't mind, but as long as they keep themselves to themselves, not NIMBYs, like not in my backyard, as long as they keep themselves to themselves,
NIMBYs, did you say?
Not in my backyard, so you call them NIMBYs.
Okay, never heard that before.
It's like they're all right, but don't put them near me. It was
NIMBY. So NIMBY is the person who says they're okay, but keep them away from me.
Yeah,
not in my
anything,
backyard.
Yeah,
okay.
About anything. It's like they say about building houses on like green space. Like, oh yeah, we need more houses. Oh, but don't build them over there because that's my green space.
Where do you want to put them?
So it's like, so it's that sort of thing. NIMBYs. Yeah.
So why do you think it was like this then?
Well, and it still is. I think I know a lot of people have got. It's the case of we've got a lot of people here and we can't take care of our own, so we don't want any more. What we're going to do with them, and we've not got jobs and things like that. But you've just got to take it. I mean, how bad is it? If someone will come over on a boat, how bad must it be?
To go to England.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Where the weather's terrible.
Be a bit, be a bit,
sympathetic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've got to. It's just. I just feel sorry for the people. And what if we were in that position? What if we? I always think of that. What if
the
we
shoe was on the other foot? What?
Yeah. Wouldn't we like someone to? And the other thing I have noticed, because the Ukrainian people are more willing to accept them. Because they're white and they look like us, you know what I mean? They seem to be a little bit more accepting of them, but because the others are, a black or Asian or whatever, they're a bit more. We don't want them, and I think that's a bit unfair.
No, as well. I mean, when Brexit happened, I remember saying to people who were saying, "Oh, I'm going to vote for Brexit," people in the UK, and I said, "Yeah, but who's going to do the jobs that English people don't want to do?"
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, one of my friends, Christine, she used to work in the job centre, and she said, English people come in and they say, okay, obviously not every English person, so I'm not slagging off the whole of England, but English people come in and they go, I need a job. Okay, there's this as a cleaner, there's this, oh no, I'm not emptying bins. What if someone sees me?
I know,
I mean, and then
true.
You see Romanians, Albanians, all the
and
people from
they
do anything because they're normal, they're intelligent people, they need money at the end of the day.
And they know that's the way they're going to get money. I mean, I always remember when we was going to London one day, for a day out, and we was up about 6 o'clock and we had to get the bus downtown because it was a good few years ago, and so every bus stop, it was like say 6 o'clock in the morning, every bus stop, people that got on were black or Asian because they were going to work at that time. Where
also here, if you look at here in Milan, when if you get a train early in the morning, which I used to, now I don't, it's full of like foreign people, people from abroad, let's say, okay, and they've got the packed lunches, they're going to work, they're all smiley, happy and everything like this. And then, no. But do you think it's ever going to change?
Well, I don't know. Not unless the children are educated. If the parents are saying to the children, "No, we don't want these here," the children are going to be just the same.
In fact, the parents start up the problem all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your opinion, one word, is the UK racist?
Well, I hate to say it, but probably.
Okay. Sad but true.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
You need to activate your sexy. Activate your sexy. Silk and smooth and snap. Silk and smooth and snap. Now lean with it. Lean. Throw a little sheen in it. Sheen. Say bat, bat, bat. Dishes back. Just a bit of adverts.
Do you have Instagram? Everybody has Instagram these days. Go and follow all our accounts. Kris Hagan Media, Cirque Magazine, Kris Hagan Language Institute, and if you're interested in what I'm getting up to on a daily basis, The Real Kris Hagan. Also TikTok, Kris Hagan Official. Your daily dose of English is in your hands.
Now there was a time when they used to say that behind every great tile there had to be a great Shane.
Shane's back. Hello, Shane.
Hello, everyone.
So what are we going to talk about today then? Because Roberta asked, hi Roberta, she asked for information about stories to do with Ireland. What can you tell us?
Well, as it's stories to do with Ireland, automatically your mind goes to folk stories, myths, legends, that kind of thing. And there are many stories. They go locally, nationally. One story that I can think of is very near to my house. There is a small forest, which is typically where these mythical creatures come out. And there's a little tale that goes that if you spend too long in the forest, fairies will come out and they can come and steal your clothes, and then you will be left there to fend for yourself while naked.
Isn't that just called cruising? Sorry, so yeah, isn't that just called cruising?
The
No.
fairies can
fairies.
fairies are there to embarrass you. That's the kind of.
And do fairies have little ears?
Fairies, I don't know actually. I can think of elves having big ears, but fairies to me are just gold dust and wings.
Do you believe in fairies?
Well,
You're Irish, you should.
I think I do. I think I have to believe the tales. I have to believe the tales of where I'm from. So fairies are a very real thing.
But in school, do you not study anything these mythological things or Celtic stories and stuff like that?
No, surprisingly not. Actually, I feel like that should be something you should learn a little bit about your culture, where you're from, which maybe isn't done so much.
In fact, at school, I don't know if you know, but in school we learnt that. Do you know the lake in Northern Ireland?
Ooh,
Loch Ness is called. No, it's called Loch Ness. I invented that.
maybe
I've forgotten. My God, I'm
might
terrible.
ring a bell.
Basically, somebody said it's the same shape as the Isle of Man because the giant of Scotland and the giant of Ireland were fighting, and the Irish giant picked up a piece of earth and threw it, obviously in completely the wrong direction because it's going towards England, and the Isle of Man fell over there. The earth fell, and it became the Isle of Man.
That's something I would believe growing up.
Me too, actually. I believed it. But then I just thought it wasn't really a good throw, this Irish guy. This Irish giant, because throw it towards Scotland, it goes right a lot and falls in the water. But nothing ridiculous like this. Not ridiculous. Weird and wonderful like this.
I'm trying to think of racking through my brain of other things that could be things. The fairies is definitely something that sticks out because I've heard so many stories of fairies just from being where I'm from. Trying to think now. Leprechauns is something.
Now, what's the difference between a fairy and a leprechaun for those who don't know?
A leprechaun
Doesn't exist in a
it's a
fairy.
little devious look. They kind of pull you in with the idea of luck and fortune, and they will deliver everything you want, but at the heart of them they are a little mischievous
Con man.
con men.
It's an
basically.
Irish con man, yeah.
Who are just out to steal your gold, steal what is important to you. So they are little con men. They are little mischievous creatures,
Little shite. Yeah.
Whereas elves are, well, I don't know what elves are.
But the story, the elves and the shoemaker, is that what it's called? Or the fairies and the shoemaker? Where there's a story where the shoemaker at night goes to sleep and wakes up and the shoes are made.
I can imagine that being elves, just based on my logic has now gone to Santa Claus and the little elves in
the
North
elves
Pole.
from Santa Claus, yeah.
It could just
Maybe it's elves and the shoemaker.
could be Santa Claus.
The shoemakers. I don't remember what the book's called. But I'm older than you, so it's probably before you were
Maybe,
even born.
potentially, yeah.
Well, we have a question from Debbie, my cousin, who's also been in the podcast in the past, but she's too shy, even though everybody loves her voice. She asked a very, very serious question. In fact, I'm getting quite worried because she asked this question.
Oh, no.
She said, are the girls really so pretty in Dublin? Don't know why she's asking this. Maybe for her kids.
I believe I could answer that question.
But be careful,
because it is a famous song in Ireland.
Maybe that's why she's asking then.
And there is a Molly Malone statue.
Who's Molly Malone?
Molly Malone is
a statue in Dublin.
There's a statue of a woman who is. I don't actually think she's a person. I could be like horrendously offending my own culture here, but
Don't worry.
I think she just
That's
represents.
the whole point of this podcast, to make you offend your own culture.
I think
get
she
kicked
just
out.
represents the traditional Irish working woman. I think she's. I could be remembering this horribly, but I think she's wheeling a wheelbarrow or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the statue. She's got a wheelbarrow in statue as well.
And the song goes,
You're going to sing for us.
in Dublin's fair city, where the women are so pretty.
And the rest?
The rest I can't tell you.
It's like it's like our song. What is it? The national anthem in England. Everyone knows the first two lines, and then it's they go ba ba ma 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 after. It like turns into a rap song.
Yeah, basically.
The girls are so pretty in Dublin. Then
the girls are so pretty. Based on the information we find in the song, and also can confirm that there is a little twinkle in the eye of a girl in Dublin.
And of the men, no.
I mean, we're rough looking, aren't we?
rough looking. Yeah. So I looked online connected to this kind of thing from what you were just talking about, and I looked for questions Irish people are bored of hearing and being asked.
Okay.
And one of them was, "Why aren't you a redhead if you're Irish?"
That's a good question.
Tell me.
I have often wondered this myself. Why do I not even have a little bit of ginger in my beard?
I know you don't. I have more than you.
Which is, strange to me.
Maybe because you're too young. Still.
I think it's just down to where you're from. Vikings invaded us, so we got the ginger from them.
Those ginger Vikings out there.
I'm gonna not to offend any gingers, but I'm gonna thank my parents that they've both got dark black hair or dark brown hair. So that's how I've got.
Would you not
my
like to
hair
be
colour.
ginger? Can we say ginger these days? I don't know what's politically correct.
I don't know.
Isn't it?
Strawberry blonde.
Okay, red. What was? There's other things like ginger nut and all these things, copper knob, and all these. Everyone used to get called these things.
I'm sure you know all the names.
Because at high school there was loads of ginger people. They're always getting slagged off all the time for being ginger. I think it's quite nice. I like red hair.
It's definitely unique once you step out into more of the world. There's you're probably a third of people in Ireland are ginger, but once you venture out to somewhere like Italy, you become a bit more unique, and people are more interested in it, and it's a nice thing to have, probably.
Well, you've definitely got no ginger, but here in Italy they all say I'm ginger, and I'm not.
You disagree?
Ginger.
What would you call yourself?
Ash blonde.
Ash blonde. That is maybe a stretch.
I'm going grey. I'm going grey now. No, in fact, when I was back in England, I think I've already said this to somebody else in the podcast, I actually found an English person who was really ginger, and I said, listen, take a picture with me so I can show people in Italy that this is ginger and I am not.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with the ashiness. Maybe
But it's not ginger ash.
It's like when
It's
people say dirty blonde. It's not quite blonde.
Like it's dirty.
But it's got a little something to it, you know.
But would you like to be ginger? Have you never dyed your hair red?
I've never dyed. My little brother has dyed his hair ginger. He is, funny enough...
What's his name, your brother? We can say hello to him.
Kieran.
Hello to you.
Kieran, because he's from the Republic, so it's not Kieran.
Kieran.
Careful definition there.
Yeah. And he's not ginger now.
He is not... He likes to dye his hair, so he's currently pink.
Why not?
But he has been ginger. But he is naturally a nice maroon brown. But
okay.
he's interested in testing out the different hair colours. So I respect him for that.
Many years ago I had pink hair and they told me it was temporary and it will wash out. They lied. For weeks I was wearing my cowboy hat. Long story, but I was wearing my Stetson a long
Cowboy
time
hat and pink
to
hair.
hide
Tell
the
us
pink
more,
hair.
Chris.
No. Find out in the next episode. No, you won't. You won't. Never find out. Okay, thank you very much, Shane, and we'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you again.
Shane, 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 so cool.
Okay, so I'm going to go and cry into my cornflakes because I'm an old fart.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Enjoy
mighty
a
fine.
special day.
See you next week.
Bye.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining on his English lips, Kris
Is an anagram of risk.